Would you love to drift off easily each night and wake up feeling truly refreshed, energized, and ready to conquer the day? If that sounds appealing, listen closely, because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you approach bedtime. Today we'll uncover 7 powerful foods that naturally improve sleep quality, and some of them may surprise you. Let's start with a scene many of us know too well. You lie down hoping for rest, but your mind refuses to switch off. Minutes stretch into hours as you toss, turn, and stare at the ceiling. Or worse, you finally fall asleep only to jolt awake at 2 a.m., wide awake and unable to drift back. Sound familiar? Nights like these don't just leave you groggy. They slowly wear down your overall health, especially as you age. What most people don't realize is that after the age of 50, sleep issues become far more common. Your circadian rhythm, the body's built-in clock, shifts, and the signals that once guided your sleep become weaker. But here's the encouraging part. Nature has already provided safe, effective, chemical-free tools. Certain everyday foods interact with your nervous system in ways that help restore deep, restful sleep. Unlike pills, they offer lasting benefits. Mornings feel brighter, energy is steadier, and your body seems to remember how to rest again. And if you currently rely on sleep medications just to get through the night, pay close attention. These natural options could be the gentle path you've been waiting for. Before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss more practical senior health insights. Now, let's begin with the first sleep-friendly food. Food number 1, bananas. They may look simple, but bananas carry hidden power when it comes to promoting rest. Why? Because they're packed with 3 key nutrients: magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6. Together, they form the perfect recipe for relaxation. Magnesium and potassium loosen tense muscles, signaling your body that it's safe to wind down. Meanwhile, vitamin B6 helps your body turn tryptophan into serotonin, the neurotransmitter that stabilizes mood and calms the mind. This combination makes bananas one of the easiest, most accessible foods to add to your nighttime routine for better sleep. And here's the key part. Serotonin later converts into melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to drift off. Let's put this into perspective with an everyday example. Picture Margaret, a 66-year-old retiree who's been waking up several times a night with restless legs and shallow sleep. She decides to eat a ripe banana with a few brown freckles about an hour before bedtime. Within a few days, her twitching subsides. After a couple of weeks, once she adds other foods from this list, her nights become more consistent and restorative. No more staring at the alarm clock at 3 a.m. Want to make bananas even more effective? Try blending them into a warm oat milk banana pudding. It's calming, comforting, and tasty at the same time. Another tip: if you eat bananas that are slightly greener, you'll get resistant starch, a special fiber that feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut. Some of those microbes help your body create compounds linked to better sleep quality. Remember, this isn't like flipping a light switch. Unlike medication, bananas won't knock you out instantly. Instead, they gently retrain your brain to fall asleep naturally. Sleep-friendly food 2, almonds, the quiet guardians of rest. At first glance, almonds may look like nothing more than a crunchy snack, but they offer far more than protein and crunch. Rich in nutrients, they directly support the body's sleep systems. Once again, magnesium plays the lead role. Think of it as a natural dimmer switch for your nervous system. It calms the signals, loosens tight muscles, and prepares the body for rest. But that's just one layer. Almonds also influence cortisol, the stress hormone that often keeps thoughts racing at night. If you've ever laid awake replaying old conversations or running through tomorrow's to-do list, high cortisol might be the culprit, and almonds can help balance it. Vitamin E is another perk. This powerful antioxidant fights inflammation, that can silently interfere with your ability to reach the deepest stages of sleep. Here's one more bonus. The healthy fats in almonds help steady blood sugar overnight. Sudden drops in glucose can trigger those odd 2 a.m. wake-ups where you feel unexpectedly alert or even a little hungry. Almond fats stabilize energy until morning. For best results, have a small handful about an hour before bed. Eat them raw or soak them in water for a few hours. Soaking reduces compounds that can block magnesium absorption. Feeling creative? Make fresh almond milk at home. Soak the nuts overnight, peel them, blend with warm water, and add a pinch of cinnamon for extra comfort. Before bedtime, try sipping something calming and let the relaxation begin. But wait, there's a hidden culprit that might be quietly sabotaging your rest. Before we get into the next sleep-boosting foods, we need to address a common evening habit that seems harmless, but actually works against you. Let's talk about decaf coffee. Most people assume that since it's labeled decaf, it's safe for nighttime. The truth? Even decaffeinated coffee can still contain anywhere from 3% to 10% of its original caffeine. For someone with a sensitive system, that small amount is enough to interfere with falling asleep or staying asleep. And it's not just the caffeine you should worry about. The process used to strip coffee beans of caffeine often involves solvents like methylene chloride or ethyl acetate. Even in trace amounts, these chemicals can interfere with the delicate neurotransmitters that regulate your sleep-wake cycle. There's another twist: your brain's conditioning. Over years of drinking coffee, your mind has learned to associate its taste and aroma with energy, alertness, and productivity. So even if the caffeine is almost gone, the very smell and flavor can trick your brain into wake-up mode rather than winding you down. This mental signal can be enough to disturb deep sleep, the most restorative stage of the night, where your body repairs cells, your immune system resets, and your brain clears out toxins. If you're missing this phase, you may wake up groggy, sluggish, and foggy, even if you technically slept through the night. Now imagine this. You've done everything right. No late-night screens, a peaceful room, maybe even some meditation. Yet your innocent ritual of pouring a cup of decaf might still be undoing all that effort. A far better swap? Herbal teas, especially chamomile, which contains compounds like apigenin that bind to receptors in your brain and trigger sleepiness. Later in this video, I'll show you a simple way to prepare chamomile tea that maximizes its calming effects. For many people, switching from decaf coffee to a natural infusion improves sleep in just a few days. This is a perfect example of how clever marketing can disguise a disruptor as a healthy alternative. While decaf may appear to be your nighttime ally, it can actually be a silent thief, stealing your rest. Sleep-friendly food 3. Cherries, nature's ruby red reset button. These little gems are sweet, tangy, and powerful. What most people don't realize is that cherries are one of the very few foods that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone your brain relies on to signal that it's time for sleep. In an ideal world, your body produces melatonin like clockwork every evening. But aging, stress, late-night screen exposure, and irregular routines all interfere with this process. Adding cherries, or even a small glass of tart cherry juice to your evening routine, can help restore that natural rhythm and set the stage for a more peaceful night's sleep. This is where cherries truly shine. Eating a small handful, around 10 to 15 fresh or frozen cherries, about an hour before bedtime, can help your body reset its natural rhythm, gently aligning your internal clock and promoting deeper, more consistent rest. But that's only part of the story. Cherries are also rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that fight silent inflammation, particularly in the brain. Think of them as a nighttime cleanup crew, sweeping away oxidative stress so you wake up clear-headed, sharper, and more refreshed. If you often wake up stiff, sore, or mentally foggy, it may be a sign you're missing out on restorative, deep sleep. Cherries help smooth the transition from lighter sleep stages into those deeper cycles where true healing and memory consolidation occur. Another big plus? Seasonal changes. As daylight hours shift, your melatonin cycle can become disrupted. Cherries act as a natural stabilizer, keeping your sleep-wake pattern steady, no matter the time of year. One important note: always go for fresh or frozen cherries. Avoid dried varieties, which are usually packed with added sugar. This can spike your energy and work against your body's natural effort to relax. Cherries can also be combined with other calming foods. Blend them into a smoothie with almond or oat milk, or simply enjoy them as a light evening snack. They're tasty, easy, and backed by solid science. Sleep-friendly food 4. Kiwi, the emerald guardian of rest. Bright green, slightly tangy, and wrapped in a fuzzy skin, kiwis might not be the first food you think of for sleep. Yet they are among the most scientifically proven natural aids for improving nighttime rest. In fact, research, especially from New Zealand, where kiwis originate, shows that eating 1 or 2 kiwis an hour before bedtime can significantly extend sleep duration and improve overall quality. Why do kiwis help with rest? One big reason is serotonin, a brain chemical essential for mood balance and sleep regulation. Serotonin is also the direct building block for melatonin, the hormone that cues your body to wind down. In simple terms, kiwi provides the signal that it's time to relax. But that's not the whole picture. These little fruits are loaded with antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, which reduce oxidative stress, a hidden factor that can dull memory, slow concentration, and drain mental energy. Ever wake up foggy, scattered, or just off? Oxidative stress might be part of the problem, and kiwis quietly fight it from the inside out. Here's a bonus you might not expect. The skin of a kiwi actually contains more fiber and protective compounds than the flesh itself. Yes, you can eat it. Just scrub away the fuzz with a soft brush. That extra fiber fuels a healthy gut, and a balanced digestive system plays a surprisingly important role in how well you sleep. Want to supercharge the effect? Pair 1 kiwi with half a banana about an hour before bedtime. The tryptophan in bananas combines with the serotonin from kiwis to amplify your body's own melatonin production. Think of it as giving your brain the perfect toolkit for deep, restorative sleep. For something even more soothing, blend kiwi, banana, and warm oat milk into a creamy nighttime smoothie. Light, sweet, and tailor-made to settle your nervous system. And the benefits don't stop at sleep. Kiwis may also help ease tension, irritability, and even minor muscle aches, all common barriers to restful nights. Small fruit, big impact. Sleep-friendly food 5. Sauerkraut, the probiotic wildcard. It may not be the first food that comes to mind when you think about rest, but fermented cabbage can play a unique role in nighttime health. Sauerkraut is rich in probiotics, which support the gut-brain axis, the connection between digestion and nervous system balance. But here's the catch. You have to use it wisely. Pairing sauerkraut with heavy foods like red meat, chocolate, or alcohol can create digestive strain right when your body needs calm, leading to gas, discomfort, and even disrupted sleep. The trick? Keep servings small, just 2 to 3 tablespoons, and combine it with light, complex carbs like oats or brown rice. Eat it at least 2 hours before bed so digestion doesn't interfere with relaxation. Always choose raw, unpasteurized sauerkraut, the kind in the refrigerated section, because pasteurization kills the beneficial live cultures. Thinking of making your own? It's easier than it sounds. Slice fresh cabbage thin, massage it with sea salt, and let it ferment for about a week in a clean glass jar. Watch for signs of histamine sensitivity though. Flushed skin, headaches, or itching can mean fermented foods don't agree with you. One more plus. Sauerkraut is naturally high in vitamin C, which can help bring down cortisol, the stress hormone that keeps your mind racing at night. But a word of caution, if you're taking iron supplements, avoid mixing the two. Vitamin C boosts iron absorption, and too much iron can interfere with melatonin production, making sleep harder to come by. Keep it simple, organic, and part of a balanced evening routine. You might be surprised to learn that this unusual little fermented food doesn't just help your gut, it can also support your brain, nervous system, and even your ability to drift into deep sleep. Sleep-friendly food 6. Oatmeal, your breakfast-turned-bedtime ally. We usually think of oats as the classic morning starter, but having a small bowl in the evening may be exactly what your body needs to settle down for the night. Oatmeal isn't just warm and filling. It's one of the most overlooked natural sleep enhancers. When combined with the right ingredients and eaten at the right time, oats can stabilize blood sugar, calm your nervous system, and gently signal your body to prepare for rest. So why does it work so well? 3 key nutrients play the starring roles: magnesium, zinc, and slow-digesting carbohydrates. Magnesium relaxes tense muscles, eases brain activity, and slows your heart rate. Zinc is essential for the chain reaction that produces melatonin, the hormone that governs your sleep cycle. And the steady release of glucose from oats' complex carbs keeps your energy balanced all night long. Here's why that's critical. Many people find themselves wide awake between 2 and 4 a.m., not because of nightmares, but because their blood sugar dipped too low. The body senses the drop, triggers a stress response, and jolts you awake. A small serving of oatmeal in the evening helps avoid those sudden crashes. No spikes, no dips, and no middle-of-the-night wake-ups. Oats also contain avenin, a unique compound with gentle, calming effects. It won't knock you out or leave you groggy the next day, but it does quiet an overactive mind and reduces mental chatter so you can drift off more easily. Want a simple recipe? Cook half a cup of rolled oats in warm almond or oat milk. Add a pinch of cinnamon and toss in a few walnuts or almonds. The flavor is soothing, and the combination further supports balanced blood sugar and relaxation. Another option: blend a ripe banana with plant-based milk and a spoonful of ground oats for a light, digestible bedtime smoothie. Studies show that people who eat oats regularly spend more time in the restorative stages of deep sleep. Even if total hours in bed stay the same, the quality improves. You wake up sharper, more energized, and in a better mood. So, if you've been restless at night or feeling drained during the day, consider moving oats from breakfast into your nighttime routine. Sleep-friendly food 7. Chamomile, the classic calming tea. This herbal infusion only works its magic if it's prepared correctly. And in the next part, we'll break down exactly how to brew it for maximum effect. Since ancient civilizations, chamomile has symbolized peace and has been used to calm both body and mind. Yet few people realize its effectiveness relies entirely on how it's prepared. If you simply dunk a tea bag into boiling water for a minute, you'll end up with a weak, lightly flavored drink that won't do much for your sleep. The secret lies in a plant compound called apigenin. This natural flavonoid attaches to specific receptors in the brain, producing a soothing, anti-anxiety effect similar to mild medications, but without the unwanted side effects. Think of apigenin as nature's signal to your nervous system. It's safe to relax now. To unlock chamomile's true potential, you need the right brewing method. Skip cheap tea bags and instead use whole, dried blossoms. Place 1 to 2 teaspoons in a cup. Cover with freshly heated water. and let it steep for at least 8 to 10 minutes. Keeping the cup covered traps the essential oils, ensuring they infuse into the liquid rather than escaping into the air. Here's a pro tip. Don't pour boiling water directly on the flowers. Scalding temperatures can damage delicate compounds. Let the water sit for 30 to 60 seconds after boiling, so it cools slightly before pouring. The ideal temperature is hot, but not bubbling. Use a ceramic or glass mug. Metal can interfere with the chemical profile of the infusion. Want to enhance the effect? Blend chamomile with calming herbs like lemon balm or passion flower, or stir in a touch of raw honey, which carries its own gentle sedative properties. Drink your cup about 30 to 45 minutes before bed as part of a wind-down routine. Dim lighting, no screens, maybe some soft background music. Chamomile doesn't knock you out instantly. Instead, it creates the mental and physical environment your body needs to fall asleep naturally. Over time, drinking it at the same hour every evening builds a strong association in your brain. The aroma and taste become cues that the day is over and it's time to let go. Within just a few nights of consistency, many people notice deeper relaxation and easier sleep. Chamomile is truly the gentle healer, subtle but powerful when prepared with care. Longer, deeper, and more restful nights are possible with the help of a surprising ally, walnuts. These brain-shaped little nuts aren't just good for the heart, they're also one of nature's best tools for restoring healthy sleep. Here's why. Walnuts deliver a unique mix of nutrients that directly influence your nervous system. They're especially rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, essential fats your body can't make on its own, but absolutely needs to generate melatonin, the master hormone that controls your sleep cycle. In other words, walnuts supply the raw building blocks your brain requires to produce melatonin smoothly and consistently. Just a handful, 4 to 5 pieces before bed, can help your body ease into sleep and stay there longer. But the benefits don't stop there. Walnuts are also a natural source of magnesium, a mineral that lowers blood pressure, calms the heartbeat, and releases muscle tension. All physiological cues that prepare your body for slumber. Even more impressive? Walnuts actually contain small amounts of melatonin themselves. That means your body doesn't always need to convert nutrients into melatonin. It gets a direct dose straight from the nut itself. If you often wake up multiple times during the night without explanation, low melatonin could be the hidden reason. By supporting production throughout the night, walnuts help stabilize your rhythm so you sleep more soundly. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and join our community. More simple, science-backed ways to improve your sleep and overall health are on the way. Your best nights are just beginning.